Another young striker today. I think you all know him, but how good is he on Football Manager 2024? Let's find out. Welcome back to Stars of Tomorrow. What's happening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, FM24 series, where we look at your talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on the course of their careers, both players that I pick and players that you give me in the comment section. To that end, if you've got a player you want featuring on this series, leave his name, position, club, nationality, age, all that information down below, and I will have a look for that player. I would suggest you look at the playlist or search the channel for make sure it's not been done this version of the game already, because we're doing like 14. I think it's the 50th episode, of this series this year. So have a look. Is it 50 episodes? Somewhere here. It will be. It somewhere I can find it. Yes, it is. Today is the 50th episode. I don't think we'll get to 100. Though there's probably enough Wonderkids. We could probably aim to do it next year. Maybe get 100 reviews done in a year. That would be a kind of cool thing to do. Anyway, I'll try and get 100 this year, but I don't think there's 100 players we can do. Anyway, so this player on screen, as you can see, is Evan Ferguson. I'm surprised I've not done this review yet on this year, and sometimes players do repeat themselves from previous games, but each year the players get different. You want to see if they're any better or worse than the previous one, and that's the whole point of the series. The good news is, because I'm a United manager, we've already got a scout report on him because he's in our league. So his potential rating, let's have a look, check that for you, is 190. That's the max he can get to. I think, if memory serves, I manually set it to that because some players get a range and I set it to the highest range so you can see the best possible player or best version of that player possible. Striker, Irish, got lots of pace, good acceleration, 6'2", good finishing, good technique, 55 to 80 million pound transfer valuation. Obviously, the scout report's been done already for him. He good pace, spirited, consistent performer. Would join United right now if you could. United can't afford him right now on the base at the start of the game, but he can play for England as well. Second nationality. Has he played for the Irish team yet on this save? Not. Oh, yes, he has. So he plays for the Irish team where he's got nationalities. Helps the registration, that kind of thing, in Europe potentially with that. So look at his player traits. Say he's two-footed, which is very good. Well, say two-footed. Fairly strong on left foot, very strong on his right foot. I count that as two-footed, basically. Unless it's like fairly, it's just less than fairly strong. Obviously, very strong would be the perfect one, but fairly strong is still fine. You wouldn't be too worried about it, honestly. That's fact. So we're going to see what they would ask for in the negotiations. 54 to 81 million pounds. Let's see if we can negotiate a deal. Obviously, United can't afford a deal on this deal, but we're not going to progress with it. So let's try 25 up front, and then another 25 there. Right, 118 million. Okay, so yeah, that gives you an idea of negotiations. If I did this now, they'd probably say yes. Okay, they want around £96 million for him. Can we get down? Again, it's very quick negotiations. 30 million up front and 80 million. Yeah, see, they want £100 million for him. That gives you an idea where it's like, but of course, you could make a bid that's like structured into like 60 or 70, lock it, say, you're not negotiate, make the bid, and then they reject it, and then they could unsettle him. So, there's always tricks and things you can do. But that's to give you an idea about negotiation in case you want to get into it in your own save. But straight away, you can see the physicality, stamina, pace, acceleration really good, good work rate, good penalty taking, good technique, good finishing. And obviously, with the Premiership player and good potential of 190 there, obviously, the valuation would be higher because of the 190 potential. The game knows that. Obviously, I've set that to manual later. You might get a lesser version of him potentially. Unless you've got a mod that makes every single player have the utmost. I would love actually a mod like that in the game, so I could just go on the database, load everybody up, and have a mod where it sets everyone to the highest potential rating. That'd be really cool. I don't know if there's a mod. There probably is a mod out there to do that. Anyway, let's go to the first jump, guys, and see how this goes. I would imagine he'll leave Brighton, but I could be wrong. So he's still at Brighton, folks, and straight away you can see the physicality is increased across the board. Obviously, the pace, strength, and balance standing out as the big ones there. 16 finishing, 16 composure, some concentration, sorry. Everything else relatively the same, maybe slight increments on some of them, but nothing like that's jumping out. Green basically means it's go over 15, so we see more green. That's a positive. Still at Brighton, which is a bit of a surprise, probably because they've probably got a really high transfer fee they want for him still. He's valued to £58 to £175 million. I hope that's ditched in the new game. It makes zero sense. So injury record, he's been playing a decent amount of football for Brighton, I imagine, so this is good if that's the case. History, let's have a look how he's actually done at Brighton since we started. So he got 8 goals, 1 assist. Then he got 7 goals that season, but they might not start many games. 7 games, 1 assist, and this year a bit more than 13. So he's starting to score goals now. He's starting to get more game time. He's 22 years old. His current potential rating is 155, though it's saying 157 on the top bit. But we'll say 156 to meet in the middle on it. Yeah, I think definitely a player now needs to start for Brighton or whoever else wants to buy him. Looking at the traits and tactics, he's still a striker. He's not going to be converted to a winger that you could try if you want, I suppose. Likes to be offside trap, knocks ball past opponents, tries first time shots. That's a good attribute to have when you've got equal strength on both feet, more or less. If he's trying first time shots on his weaker foot, that'd be concerning. But the fact that he's very strong on left and right foot, that would be handy. Means they can shoot either time. So if it gets a great chance on his weaker foot, because it's still relatively strong, it's his left foot, it's his weaker foot, he's going to get a really good finish off. Obviously, better on his right foot, most likely, but it means that any situation, either foot, he's going to be able to get hopefully a good shot away. And I like seeing offside trap beating offside trap with strikers. Is my personal preference. So yeah, I think he's primed now for a move, unless Brighton are going to soar as a football club in this save. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go for the drum and see what happens. He's still at Brighton, folks, and he's scoring a ton of goals. The physicality is insane. So look at his potential rating now, 189. So this is basically the prime version of him, and he's been playing a lot of football at Brighton. You can see it on the screen there maybe. He's got 29 goals this season, so he's scoring lots of goals. And interested in him now from Real Madrid. Physicality speaks for itself, 15 plus on everything. Then obviously on anticipation, concentration, good decision making off the ball, vision, good technique, good penalty taking, good heading, long shots, finishing and first touch. This guy's a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'll say not is because the fee's massive. But we'll see if he moves club. Has he got his contract? No, he hasn't. What a player he is. Absolutely amazing. Though this is the 1-9 version of him, of course. And the fee's massive, but the goals he scored in the Premier League alone are impressive. And they are in Champions League by looking at this bottom screen here. Now, guys, going forward on this series, would you want me to be on webcam or not? I'm okay with it, but if there's anything you think I'm obscuring with my webcam because I don't have a green screen, let me know. We can always change that and have me just on screen like this. But yeah, so looks amazing, doesn't it? Absolutely, 18 finishing and that composure and that concentration, decision making is insane. Now, what's his injury record looking like? That is again very, very good. I don't have a concern about that, honestly. So let's look at the goal return since we last were with you. So 13 that season. Then he got 25 goals, 3 assists. Then 26 goals, 3 assists. 22 goals, 2 assists, and then 29 and 7. So 20 goals a season every single season since he started breaking to the first team, which is incredible. He's still obviously playing for Ireland. He's got 49 goals for them as well, in case you're wondering. Insane player, and I can see why we did want to sign him at this price. I mean, the price that most likely you pay for him is going to be way more than we saw at the start of the game. So it's a long-term investment. If you are a big investment as well with that. But if you get him and he develops anything like he can do, what a player you got on your hands. Now, will Madrid want to sign him? Actually, we'll have to wait and see. But I think that they will have the money to pay for it. It depends whether he wants to pay for stay at Brighton or move elsewhere. Let's find out. He's still at Brighton. 30 years old. I'm going to end it here because any further we'll start losing the amazing stats on screen that we're seeing. This is his best version. Obviously, he has reached the 190. Well, 189 he got to, but he's now dropped a little bit. What a player. physically absolutely stunning. And goal return, 20 goals, season looks of it. He won the World Cup Golden Boot. Really? Sorry. Did Alan win the World Cup? Sorry, guys. I just want to see this. No, they didn't. What's he won at Brighton? Because career stats. Is that where you go? No. Milestones, competitions, FA Cup, Europa League winners. Okay, they win the Europa League. Super Cup runs up. Okay, interesting. Didn't leave Brighton. Stayed at, but obviously he might have been more in a few more years. But we're not going to go too far because we want to see the best version of him. And you get to like 34, these guys drop off a little bit. What a player! Absolutely stunning. What have we got? The player traits now still got the same. Fairly strong and very strong on his left and right foot. Moving channels, likes to be offside track, not boss opponent, tries to play with trouble, does not dive into tackles, and tries first time shots. Insane player. Oh my god, what a player. The fee is massive, so I'm giving him a 9. There's nothing I can say negative about him, other than the fees a lot. And obviously there's a bit of variation in that, because obviously you can get a 1.9 version, you might not get a 1.9 version of him in your save, but absolutely insane. I mean, look at the goal return here. 29 goals that season, 15, bit of a drop off there, 19 that season, 17 that season, 26. Injury record, we've had a few more injuries in this period of time, so that might indicate as to why. But a stunning player in the Premier League. Fits the homegrown criteria as well, potentially. And if you're a Brighton fan doing a Brighton save, you've got an amazing striker here. But you will have to get Champions League football to keep him, because Madrid looking at him. Let's see what happened when Madrid's transfer, why it didn't go through, whether this didn't make a bid or not. We can't find that information out, unfortunately. But he won the Golden Boot at the World Cup for Ireland. So, amazing striker, gets 20 goals plus a season. Occasionally drop off occasionally based on injuries and rotation and fitness issues, maybe, or whatever reason. Amazing player. I would say try and get him early, try and unsettle him. He would move from day one if you've got the money and you've got the way, and you can put pressure on him to move him on. But bear in mind, a 1.9 version, not always guaranteed. But what a player. Absolutely stunning. I'm sure last year was equally as good. You can see what happens next year, though, on FM25 or whatever, FM26, whatever it's called. But anyway, guys, are you guys signed Evan Ferguson? Have you signed Evan Ferguson yourself? Let me know in the comment section. If you've got a player you want me to feature, leave his name, position, nationality, all stuff down below, and I'll get back to you with a response. Bear in mind, guys, I'm going on holiday in the next few days. Basically, today's my last day of recording stuff. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm going to be getting ready to go to my little mini break. So that's happening. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.